And we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of BEAD Talk with Treasure to Remember. We are just excited today. It's going to be a wonderful day. Hopefully we don't have any of our glitches we had last week, but if we do, it's going to be okay. We're going to just deal with it, move on. We're so happy you could join us. Again, welcome to BEAD Talk. I am Kelly Markell of Treasure to Remember, and we want to, on behalf of Treasure to Remember, wish all of you mamas out there a happy Mother's Day. We know we're early, but that's okay. Give me flowers. We just are so grateful to all of our mamas, whether your mama is some babies, fur babies. If you have even a bird mama, we'll take it. We love mamas. And we hope that you have a wonderful day tomorrow with your families. And just know that you are celebrated and you are loved. Thank you to all the mamas. I want to share with you what my grandbaby brought me this morning. Look what she brought me. She said, Mimi, it's a happy Mama's Day. Isn't that sweet? She said, she knows I'm her grandmama, but she brought me these flowers. Aren't those so gorgeous? Look at those. And I just want to give a shout out to Ariane, because Ariane is working here with us, and she and Sophia went and got us Mother's Day flowers. And we just love you, Ariana, you sweet darling creature. We are so grateful. They're so beautiful. We have on the roster today, exciting day. We have Miss Diana Krugle of Unity Creations. Woo! I can't wait. I'm going to make a few announcements and then we'll bring Diana on. Diana, if you're here or in the room, as soon as you get here, go ahead and post in the comments that you're here. Maybe with your phone, see if, because I don't see any comments here. They don't show comments. I don't know why they don't show me comments. I have to get the information from Martin or my daughter. And you're here. Wait, it came up. Oh, good. Okay. We got Diana on deck. We're going to make a few announcements and then we're going to bring her on. We're going to have a lot of fun today. I want to make sure that I do all my plugs. This is BEAD Talk with Treasure to Remember. We bring to you each week, we strive to bring to you each week some of your favorite creators, designers, artisans, and suppliers. Lots of beautiful folks. I don't know a lot of these people we're bringing on, but they have been suggested and recommended by you. If there's anybody that you would like to see, we love to meet new people. Please message me and we will do our best. We do have a full lineup through the end of June. Or maybe was it July? I think June. Yeah, the end of June. So you just put us on schedule. You go to, we were at YouTube. All of our episodes are at YouTube. You can binge watch us. You can meet all the beautiful folks that we've had on. And maybe one day it will be you. I hope so. We want you to come and share your joy with us. So quick, I have to do my plugs. Again, happy Mama's Day to all you beautiful mamas. We love you. We want to give a plug for not only BEAD Talk, but we do our live shows here. Then we upload to YouTube where it can be shared out. And we appreciate every like, share. So make sure you like and subscribe to Treasure to Remember. I'm kind of stuck at one point with my subscribers that I want to push and will get us going again so we can share out the beautiful bead community that we are a part of. We also want to make sure that you know about all of my groups, my Facebook groups. I have the Bin, which is an open selling forum for all of suppliers or designers, whatever. Anybody can go there. You're allowed to sell almost anything but the kitchen sink. We allow up to 2 albums there. So if you are familiar with the band and you are new and you want to get out there, you go ahead. Even if you're old, seller, years and years, you're welcome to join us. We also have Treasure Kelly's promotion page. That's a page on Facebook where you can go and promote all of your beautiful, whether you're featuring somebody, whether you're having a show somewhere, you're free to go promote there and just join. We also are here at Treasure to Remember. Thank you for being here. I'm going to be having live shows at my profile page. We do lives Friday and Sunday starting at 5:30. Yesterday's live was phenomenal. The link is here, plastered all over. If you're interested in some gorgeous high quality beads, I'm your gal. Get over there and check out the live. You're free to order until we are through promoting it. So like when my girls or Martin, someone tallies it, then it's over. But we haven't tallied for this week, so you get over there and check out the shows. Let's see. Let me not be remiss. I almost forgot. How many of you out there, and let me see a show of hands, would love to come visit here at Fire Tree Inn? What? You would? Well, don't be shy. We have a bead retreat coming in October. Woo! We're so happy to present to you the first bead retreat. I've gone into creating this bead retreat with Angela Blair of Bead Gurus, and she has helped me to hone down and define and to create an amazing retreat for you guys. Let me tell you, it is going to be fabulous. This retreat, you're just not coming to learn about beads, but it's all about being inspired. And this area that I live in is all inspiring and awe-inspiring. Yuck, yuck. It is so beautiful. We have a fabulous promotion. We will post the links. They're probably already up in the featured post here at Treasure to Remember. Get your deposit in. We are going to have a great time and you're not going to want to miss. We only have a few spots left and we hope that you are one of them. Thank you so much. Well, with all that said, I think I've got our plug. We're going to go ahead and invite Diana on and just share some wonderful stories from our beautiful, beautiful creator. Miss Diana Krugle, you have been invited to BEAD TALK. Are you with us? You just got to accept. It's adding her now. Oh, how fun. You guys are going to have so much fun today. And that's okay. She is going to accept. It may be our, yeah, it's being added on. Give us just a few shakes of a lamb's tail because we are, yeah, it's got her. Give us a few shakes of a lamb's tail. Getting feedback.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I couldn't join on one, so I have to join on the other. So give me 1 second. Can you see me? Okay, hold on 1 second. I couldn't join on one, so I have to join on the other. So give me 1 second. Can you see me? Okay, hold on 1 second. I couldn't join on one, so I have to join on the other. Okay, give me a second. I'm joining on my tablet. I wanted to join on my laptop, and it's not letting me, so bear with me, guys.
No, even having that with laptop, ever come on BEAD TALK, it only works with phones, tablets, I guess, but we haven't had any success with the laptops at all. It seems like Facebook gives different instructions to different devices, and so we were trying to follow them and we weren't able to. Let's just say welcome to BEAD TALK, Diana Krugle. Yay!
Hello, everybody.
I am so do you see me? I'm like about to jump out. I got chills. I'm so excited. I just love this time. And I'm so honored and so grateful you could join us, my darling.
Thank you, guys. I'm a bit of a mess, as Kelly probably knows. I'm down. I'm in a full immobilizing left leg brace. I tore my ligaments and meniscus for the second time. So you get me as I am when I'm home.
We will take you as you are. That's the only way we want you, babe. So before we get into it, we'll just do a little introduction because I know a lot of folks may not be familiar with you. We want to get you out there so folks know who you are. I just really want to quickly share my quick story. I visited my nephew a few years ago, and as I was going up through the middle of Oregon, I don't recall how it occurred, but somehow I hooked up with Diana and Nina. And it was sort of spontaneous, wasn't it? We weren't even expecting it.
No, you stopped at Nina's house, and I don't think you realized that I lived so close to Nina.
Right. That's right.
And so I booked it over there and was able to meet in. So I'm just going to check my battery. So I'm going to scream at my husband real fast because I wasn't able to lose the laptop and have him grab the charger. So but 1 second as I grab my lovely fun partner.
No, bless you. Don't worry. It's okay. We all know what it's like. So when I went to Oregon, what happened? That's right. I went to go visit Nina, and then it turns out that Diana was closed. And so she met me over at Nina's, and it was just a blast. It was just like being with sisters. I'm telling you, we sat around. We just, it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. And I couldn't believe it. I was just like, it was my dream to visit my bead books on the road. And it was just a precious time. I'm never going to forget. I got that picture of us, and it was just so precious. I'm just so grateful that you're here on BEAD TALK, Diana. So
yeah, I'm glad. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, no. I'm really grateful. So give us a little introduction and share with us just a little background on what's going on with you and your business. Share with us, baby. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm just trying to get this with the charger set up so you guys can see me and it can charge.
I thought you were back. Don't worry.
You're absolutely fine. We're a bit of trying to get it back to the wall.
Last week my whole setup went down and we had to do a part 2. So it's I am
there we go.
Famous.
Okay. So I have now that doesn't help. I have now done kind of split my business in 2. So as most of you know, I'll do my little business card. I have Unity Creations D-Stash group on Facebook. So there I sell a lot of like jewelry components right now, raku glazed, Peruvian kiln-fired ceramics, different things like that. I brought examples. So I have that on that business. I also sell my own jewelry on there, as well as stone spheres, towers, carvings, crystals, all different things on there. I've been in business for about 6 years now. I sell online and do a lot of live events around here in person. So recently, January of last year, a tiny bit background that Kelly knows about me is I have dissociative identity disorder, or previously known as multiple personality disorder. So I've been in intense therapy for 6 years weekly. I'm actually graduating out next month. And because of childhood trauma that happened before the age of 12, I split 28 times into 28 parts. So I have since integrated 24 out of 28 of those parts or alters. I'm now high functioning, running 2 of my own businesses, helping run 2 other businesses. Just shows you healing can happen. So part of that, when I did the integration last year, I had a friend whose father passed away of COVID. And I wanted to do something special for her. And I thought, okay, I'm going to try to paint because I knew one of my altars could do like surrealism type painting. And since I'm in my office, I can pull one down. This is one that she had done. So she had done surrealism. I thought, okay, well, now that I've integrated, which integration means I kind of gain their skills, I want to see if I can paint. So I started, and lo and behold, I guess I was a pretty good painter and artist.
Good.
So I then started fused in colors, and I kind of have some of my prints to show you what I do. So this is like the dragon eye. That is colored pencil and charcoal. This is a huge canvas done in oil painting. I also love playing with negative space. So this is a horse, just the eye and the side of the face with just white charcoal on black canvas. And I know Kelly will appreciate this one. You got your sexy cowboy.
And she sent me some photos last night. I'm just blown away because when I first met Diane, doing acrylic pouring, and not just any acrylic pouring, she was making these amazing masterpieces along with integrating light into the piece. And I get chills thinking about that koi piece. Oh, this lady is multi-talented and literally multifaceted, and we love it. We are here for it.
So that's kind of my short story, I guess. Well, long story made short. So I'm both an artist as well as doing the jewelry and stone business as well. So it's my bread and butter. My art is my passion.
It's all art, baby. It is all so gorgeous. So tell me, have you been involved in any other acrylic lately, or was that just a kind of a path, a kind of a stop on your path?
So one of the things with me, and I think because of having so many parts, is I tend to get bored easy. And so I'm always flipping through different things. Doing the art and the paintings is something that I probably stay with the longest, and I'll probably stay with it because if you think of creating art, there's so many aspects to it. So I'm a true artist. So I may do wood burning, upcycling, I may do resin, I may do Mod Podge upcycling jewelry boxes, I may do painting, I may do earrings, necklaces. I mean, there's no limit to art, and there's no limit to me. So I'm always coming up with new things. I always like to say I'm kind of a trend setter, not a trend follower. So when I get into some medium and everyone jumps on the train, I just jump off and find a new train.
Oh, right. No, I hear that. I feel that. Growing up when I was younger, we, for instance, in school, I think we didn't grow up on the rich side of the tracks, if you know what I'm saying. So what I would do is I would get clothes and I would design them, put designs on them, T-shirts, I'd rip them up, I'd make all these different designs. And I had no idea at that time that this was like a form of art. But once I started that, everybody started doing that after the kids all caught on. And I was like, what's going on here? And it's absolutely fascinating because you are without probably even consciously aware of it, are becoming that inspiration that others, for instance, like me, when I first seen your resin art, I had never seen anything like it. And I was really awe-inspired. Now, I didn't go get the resin art to try it, but let me tell you, my heart was full and pricked, and I loved it. So I think that's absolutely fabulous. Being a trendsetter, it's all about inspiration. All about inspiration. Okay, so let us go. Let us begin with your past inspirations on how you began in your journey. There's no way to separate whether it's beads, your painting, your resin, your all of your art is all encompassing. It is all you. And I just share with us, did it begin when you started going into therapy and your altars started being able to express themselves?
I'd say it started much younger. I grew up in a very poor house. We lived in a trailer in a senior citizen trailer park. So I had tons of grandma and grandpas. Of course, alcoholism was a big thing. That's part of where the abuse came from. So part of what we would do for Christmas and stuff is I would do a job like babysitting, cleaning house from a very young age, bag ice for 10 cents a bag. And we take that money, and there was this tiny, because I lived in Winchester Bay. So just to give you a little idea, there's maybe 500 people in the whole town tucked up into the coastal woods and a lighthouse, very small. So we had this tiny little craft sale that also was a tourist. He sold the puka, necklaces, the seashells. And we'd go down there and we'd buy mop heads, and we'd make them into, I know many of you have seen them, the dolls. Or we'd get the wreaths and we'd do like hot gluing on all the flowers and everything. And that would be our gifts to family.
Dolls were really popular in the 80s.
Yeah.
Loved them.
Yeah, so as a kid, we were, both me and my sister, she got into sewing, and she sews for thespian and wedding dresses and all kinds of things. Now I tinkered with it a little bit, sewed my prom dress. I tell you, don't work with taffeta when it's your very first time sewing. But I mean, so we were always into doing stuff because you had to be able to take $1 or $2 and make it look like something, that cost $20, $30 back then. So it started very young. So I was always just flipping through things, finding things for free or yard sales or wherever, and just trying, my house forever was all upcycled stuff,
Upcycling was cool,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that really, I think I've always been an art. I call it artsy fartsy. I've always been artsy fartsy. I've always been a creator. So, and then as you get going and you accumulate a little more money, of course you're able to create bigger things and get better tools and better things to be able to create. And so it's been an adventure, and it's been a growth. And I have 2 beautiful children, one getting married next month. My young,
Mama! Wow!
and my husband of 14. We've been together 14 years, and they're my biggest supporters. And that helped too, having
backbone, I know.
Yeah, because I was in the red the first 2-3 years. I was spending more creating than I could make with my items. And over the last 3 years, I've grown as a little tiny online business, and with my art, I've probably sold 30 commission paintings and 30 pieces of art since January of last year. And I know I've done thousands and thousands of dollars with the other business, but it doesn't start overnight. It's taken, Kelly knows just as I do, we put in more hours than someone that has a 9-to-5 job. Because you're never off the clock. A customer gets the order, gets home from work at 2 o'clock in the morning, finds out an item's missing. They're going to let you know at 2 o'clock in the morning that they're missing an item.
I'm like, how do I turn my notifications off?
I know. And then if you're sleeping, they're like, why didn't you answer me? Well, I do tend to sleep just, once in a while.
or dare I say, on that very rare day, you're like, well, today's my day off. I shouldn't even be responding, but I just want to let you know I'm here and I'll be back.
Yeah, and it can be difficult. I remember my husband being upset because it was our anniversary, and I had a customer hitting me up. Back then I was reselling vintage jewelry, and she was going to place a $300-400 order. So I took time off of our anniversary, got the order together, and she ended up being a non-payer. And so, all that work taking away from family, sometimes it pays off in a big way, and sometimes it does not pay off for us. You know, we have to then take all those items and relist them. Right. So,
however, I will say this, even with all the ups and downs, the struggles, the wins, the successes, it does not deter us from keeping on our path of our passion. So just know, you mention these things, they're a reality we live with. And, you know, sometimes, I'm not going to lie, hey, sometimes I do complain about these things. Sometimes they hurt. But do not mistake that our heart and intention is here for you, because you are the ones out there enjoying our inspiration, our art, our goodness, and in return, what you give to us is so amazing. And I know you feel that way, Diana. That's why I was just interjecting that, because I want people to realize that this is the other side of the coin that they don't see. Yeah. So if you're out there and you're brand new and you're being inspired to begin, we are not going to sit here and tiptoe, and we're not going to pretend like that it's not real. It is real. You have to work, but your dedication is not without reward. Just because there's risk, there's also reward. Go on, baby. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I just had a prime example of that. And it happens with my jewelry and my stones, but for like my art. I had a lady get a hold of me for a commission painting, and both her parents had passed away, and they were going to flatten her home that she grew up in. Well, she was able to save a large window, and she wanted to know if I ever painted on windows. Well, I paint on everything. If I can paint on it, I will. Yeah. So I told her I could. So she sent me a photograph of the red barn that was in her backyard that she looked out of that window every day. Mm-hmm. And so my husband, he does a lot of my frames. He sanded it, stained it, cleaned it up. I put tape around the outside because I wanted to preserve part of the window look. And I painted the full mountain, sky, grass, and the barn on it. So when she came to pick it up, I opened up the back of the Explorer because I had it out there, so I wasn't trying to get through because I own 4 dogs. So, and she started crying. I mean, tears just falling, and I'm like, oh, what did I do? And it was perfect. And she sent me pictures when she had it hung, and now she can look at that and have the same view she had in the house that she grew up right on her wall, and it still has part of the window because I, painter's tape to preserve that, and that's what makes it for me. That's what keeps me going, is those moments when you just bless someone's heart with something that you just love to do.
She was so moved because it was captured exactly what she was wanting to have. And bless your heart, you did that for her. And isn't that what it's about? It's just, even with me, like when people are buying my beads and they show me what they create with them, I'm just like, it doesn't occur to me. I'm so wrapped up in the love of the beads. When they show me the baby they made out of it, I'm just like, wow, it's so beautiful. And it's so, yes, girl. And that's why when we first met, Diana, that darling, she brought me a gift of, it was a box, and it had, at that time, it was fabric that she had decoupaged on the front of it. And it was just so beautiful, the design of it. I was like, oh, this lady, she's so talented. And it did not stop. You just kept building and building and building. I'm so glad you got bored.
That was the Frida box too, wasn't it? Yes. If I remember correctly, yes, it was the Frida. Yes. Yeah, and I mean, and I've done tons of the jewelry boxes, and they were wonderful, to do, and people that, loved peacocks or Nightmare Before Christmas, and I haven't done as many anymore because now I just paint on them. So same thing, but yeah, I just constantly, we just grow, we just move. We don't leave where we came from, that's still our roots. That's still who we are, and we'll never forget we're starting out, but we've grown. And just like that, I have so many of my customers that'll come to me and they're like, can I ask how did you do that mica powder, or how did you, put those bells on that or wrap that? And I am not a cutthroat seller. I can't be a cutthroat seller. That's not in me. So I always am like, okay, this is what I use. This is how I did it, because if they start doing it and they do really well, that's okay. I have 20 other projects lined up. I don't need to, step on other people to move up. We're in this together. And like even Kelly, she took me under her wing when I started out, and she's like, girl, you're paying way too much for your stuff. Let me give you a little advice. Or she's like, you know what? I've been doing this over here. Did you see this? Or she's like, I got some stones for you. Come here. And you and Nina and several others, took me under their wings too and helped me to get to where I am. We are sisters in all of this. It's about helping each other.
It's so true. And what my joy is when I put that energy out there, and it is met not only with equal energy, but even more in such a positive, beautiful, face forward direction, that all of these women empowering each other to take the inspiration that's inside of them and allow it to blossom. Just a little seed, right? Oh,
Yes.
Diana, I just love you so much. So we've gone over a little bit of your past. So bring us up to the current state. You did allude a little bit that you were doing painting and person-to-person shows. Share more about that. How is that going?
So I did my first art walk, and then I did 3 days. The first day I did the art walk here in Redmond, Oregon. And then the following 2 days, I did the first spring art show, actually getting my paintings out and everything. I sold one piece of art and several prints there. But also, a couple months back, I joined Dry Canyon Art Association, which is a local nonprofit art association here in Central Oregon, just trying to get artists out. We do art walks. Oh. Yeah, we do. Lend me your walls. We have like St. Charles Hospital and other businesses that let us put art up for sale. So I currently have art pieces at several businesses locally, and I run their social media account now. So yeah, so I run their Facebook and Instagram, as well as doing a lot of volunteer positions and helping. We just brought in high schoolers, and most of them sold almost all their art. And we did a whole little meet the artist at the senior center for them. And yeah, they sold their art too. So we're helping. Also, I love this association because it just helps to, bring artists out. I mean, there's so many people with so much talent hiding in their rooms thinking I'm not good enough, and I was one of them. I was so one of them. I'm like, someone's really going to pay me for this painting that I just did, and it's just about realizing we all have so much to give, and some people may not see it, and that's okay. But the ones that need to will.
Exactly. That's right. Because I wanted to share this. So this morning I'm scrolling through, and I am not, I don't really buy a lot. I buy more components than I do earrings. But there was this set of earrings that Pamela Schmedling made, and I'm sorry, darling, if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. These earrings grabbed me. It was like somebody grabbed me, my soul, my spirit, and ripped me back to the memory where I was. 1977, I'm 7 years old, going on 8, and I'm going through a Victorian house on a tour during Christmas. These earrings did that for me. And let me tell you, it may not have touched anybody else's heart that way, but I promise you, you just create from your heart and soul. Diana, you are amazing. I know your work does that for folks. It is very touching, very moving. And I love the story you tell with them. I love it.
At the spring show, I had one of my pieces was this one that I did on DID. It has a lot to do with the whole having dissociative identity disorder, the struggle of seeing through your eyes but not being in control of your body, your chaos, your life, getting everything in order and having it knocked down from altars, being trapped. And I had it there, and he must have been 85, 86-year-old gentleman walks up and he's just staring at it, and he was telling me that his mom used to do surrealism painting, and then he starts talking to me about his father and genealogy, and we get in this thing, and he just starts weeping, and he's crying as he's telling me this, because everything, it's just moving him, and it's like those moments, that's what keeps you going.
I mean, you can't put a price on them, because you are soul touching. You are spirit touching. It's like, dipping into the heart of somebody and you don't even know it. I love it, love it, love it. Exactly. And I'm all about that. That's exactly what I'm like trying to promote, just sharing with people that, just like you said, we get inundated with our own thoughts, and those thoughts may not even be our own thoughts. They may be somebody else's intrusive thought that they told us. But let me tell you, you just take all of your might, push it aside, and see that little opening of light. You just go for it. You will not regret it. Oh my goodness. Absolute inspiration, absolute fabulous story, and bless that man that he got to have that experience in his life, this time in his life,
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I mean, talking about the light, one thing that I always say is, with my traumatic past and stuff, I always say I lived in the darkness too long to not be the light, and if shining my light and being honest about my mental illness and my journey, because Kelly, we've talked behind the scenes many times, because we go to dark places sometimes, and we have a lot of self-doubt, and we have a lot of those negative things that have been told to us over our life, and we push them away, but sometimes we tend to believe them even though they're not true, and if that light and that honesty and that being unfiltered and being completely who we are touches just a few people and it helps them on their journey, it's worth it.
Yes, I 100% agree. Absolutely, absolutely. Because I'm with you. If I'm on this journey of joy and love and being able to share, I am all about, if it's only the few that are touched, they get to go touch a few, they get to go touch a few. That's okay. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Just to encourage, let them know, yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. You can love yourself. You can express yourself. You can go ahead and not worry about what anybody thinks, because those whose energy needs this will be drawn towards it. I absolutely believe it. Just like we were drawn to each other. I'm just so happy that we actually met in person. There's so few of us that I've actually met in person, but it is such a joy just to touch base and just say, hey, we are real. We are real, and we are here, and this is good. And I'm not sure about what it was like, and not you, Diana, but those watching. I don't know what it was like in your life, but having the medium of creating without worry of what will be exposed is so liberating. And like Diana just shared in this story, it comes back to you 1,000-fold. That is freaking precious. Love it. I love it.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna cry. I like even told myself, I was like, I'm gonna cry with Diana. I just know we're just gonna have so much good stuff to share. Well, no, seriously though, you're right. You're right. Absolutely right. So I am so proud of you. You are out there in your community bringing this precious light to others. And I know you've been doing this for a while. This isn't the first year you've done this. I remember you were doing something similar for the community. What was it, 1 or 2 or 3 years ago? Gosh, time's going by too fast.
I done art classes based on trauma therapy because art is my therapy. So for a while through my therapist, and we've kind of paused it for a little bit, but I was doing art classes, and I've done throughout the community all kinds of different stuff like that. Christmas giveaways to people who couldn't afford Christmas. You know, a lot of my jewelry that's left over at the end of the year, I will donate to Toys for Tots, or I will donate it, I give it out to the community. Anyone can nominate someone who has children or a mother or whoever that they can't get a gift for. And then I have a friend who all year long, she goes by Mother of Many because she fosters children, and at times she has 10 to 12 toddlers. I'm talking, but you know, below the age of 5 that she takes care of, and she's adopted, I believe now 4 of them. And she crochets for her sanity, and she'll bring me bags and bags of crocheted blankets, and we give those out to the community. And then for the art class, I had anyone that struggles with mental illness or struggles with emotional issues or trauma to be able to find coping skills. I teach them to do emotional boxes, and we Mod Podge them like the boxes I've done, but inside they have all kinds of little slips of emotions, and if the emotion's too big, they can put it in the box, close it up, and put that away. No send letters, doing paintings, whatever I can teach them that's helped me cope through everything that I've done. I just love sharing it with everyone.
Art and therapy, the marriage that creates the most beautiful life. Oh, Diana, that's so wonderful. So tell us, did you actually begin a new business, or is everything under Unity Creation?
So it's under the same license, but Fused in Color has, of course, its own web page and its own name, and Unity Creations has its own page. But you can have 2 different businesses on the same business license. And Oregon's great with people with small businesses. It's only $50 to get your business license. No big deal.
Right? You just do a DB. Yeah, that's what we did with with Fire Tree Inn. Before Treasure to Remember was created, we were a DBA under Fire Tree Inn, our bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
But then it got so wildly away from that we had to actually begin the new business. I love that. Fused with Color. Bless you, darling. So are you going to be focusing a lot on that for the rest of the year then?
So I still do kind of a split. I have 2 wonderful friends because we recently bought our first home in October here in Culver, Oregon. And I've made friends. Thank you. I made friends with a couple girls that just opened up a Wandering Soul trading post here in Culver. Now, to kind of explain Culver, it's a tiny town that even people in Central Oregon don't really know about. There's not even a stoplight here. It's a lot of farm town, and I'm a country girl. I'm a small town girl, so I love, we have Opal Springs, which is usually bottled for water. It comes out of my faucet, so that kind of tells you. Yes.
Oh, you lucky girl. So they bottle that water. Oh, you lucky girl.
Yeah, they opened their business on 4/20, and so I was able to put half my merchandise in there on consignment because I knew I was moving a little more into the art. So I have half of my merchandise there at consignment, and then like next Sunday, I have an event in Redmond at the fairgrounds, and so I'll still be doing the in-person events. I do the local fairs. And then on top of that, now I'll be doing the Lemire walls where I go and hang my, pictures at different businesses in Redmond. I'll be doing the art walks on the first Friday of every month. I'll be doing the art shows. Plus, I'm part of their marketing group. So I go and we figure out marketing ideas. And again, I run their social media. And my husband's looking at starting out his business. And so I also run that. I'm the behind the scenes office person, do all the documents, legal papers, all that. So I'm busy. I'm a busy girl. So I kind of just do it all.
So busy. along with that, you just seem like you picked up steam and you have not stopped. You are just a rolling all night long. My gosh, I can't get over it. It's so beautiful. So this is what happened. So you had an inspiration. You, along with your therapy, stepped out, found out that you could do all of these different mediums, just started creating, inspired to help others. You went out and partnered with these other businesses to get your art out there, and you're helping them. All of this being inspired by art. Do you hear this, folks? Do you hear this? And
absolutely,
in a little tiny town in Oregon. Your town is not too small. You can do this.
It's not, and when you start out, so many people I know, and I hear it all the time, get frustrated because they'll do a few events and they won't sell anything. My first event was at the Senior Center in Prineville. I was doing steampunk jewelry back when I didn't have any idea, glue together those gears. I sold my first piece for $30, and I thought that was just, really, are you serious? And I'm like, okay. So then I was doing the charm on the, just the earring hoops for $3 a piece, started out just selling the little earrings, just put a charm on your ear wire. And then I just kept going and going. And I mean, it's been almost 7 years. So it doesn't happen overnight. And you're not going to make tons of money right off the bat. You've got to get your client base, and you've got to build up, and they've got to know they can count on you. So you've got to make sure that you're shipping the orders correctly, that you stay organized, that you have an organization system, that you ship orders in the right amount of time, that you communicate with your customers, that you're kind and caring and loving, and they may come to you and be talking to you about jewelry and suddenly talk about their dog passed away, and you've got to be there for them, because it's more than just a business online. It's connections. So, I mean, don't give up. But yeah, I mean.
And I just want to say that, it is so true, but life is so real, and we do our best to be on all the time for you. But there are times when, hey, I'm a human, I'm real. I mean, recently someone, was like, I don't know I hope everything's good with you. You didn't say hi to me or something like that on a live, like I don't see it. And I thought, oh, please don't come to a conclusion just from 3 seconds of me missing your hi. Believe us, our heart is here. We may not always be able to translate it, but we are absolutely doing the best we can, and we absolutely want you to be encouraged, inspired, and engaged with us as we want to be with you. But we're not robots. We don't work for the corporate. If we did, it would be so bad. But just know that we are real people behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. We do have to get out of the bed the same way, 2 feet or one if you have. So please know that we want to do everything in our hearts to be here for you and inspire you. And if it seems like it comes off, it's not that way, just hold on. Another day is coming, and we'll all touch base and everything will be good. Don't lose hope, because we're not going to. And I appreciate what you said about, folks, guess what? If you're going to begin, your first painting's not going to give you $1 million. Yeah. It's your dedication, your passion, and your tenacity. Believe in those things. They will pay off for you. They will come back to you tenfold. Diana is proof of this. I am just so excited about your journey. So tell us a little bit more about what you're going to be doing in the future.
So kind of my plan moving forward is I'm still doing, the stones and all that, and I'll still keep doing them.
Right? The little backbone that lets us do our little rabbit trail of joy.
Absolutely. I've gotten in a little more of making more of my own jewelry, because before, when I first started out, I was doing a lot of buy and sell. which I still do the buy and sell. But I've kind of found that people love my creations as well. So I have, a section that is for people to buy whatever you see me making jewelry. I'm probably selling the components. So I just made it kind of two-faceted. So that way, also, as they see the components, they're like, I can't think of what to do with that. Well, here's your example. See what I made. You can buy it already made, or you can create it yourself. I've got the stuff for you.
Let's go get the components. You're great.
Absolutely. So I'll continue to do that. I have found moving a little more of creating the art and stuff because, in all honesty, the art makes me more money. I could do 100 components, at $1 a piece, or I could sell one painting at $126. So, time-wise and where to invest, because as Kelly knows, not all your creations hit the mark. I have created things that I'm like, I absolutely love and haven't sold a single one. And they're sitting on my shelves, and I'll keep them because I think they're pretty.
I love right? I know.
Yeah.
How can you not love this? I know.
But not everything hits the note. And,
That's
so
okay.
if you find something that works, you may do really well at it for a while, and then trends change, and then it may fade out. So always be inspired to keep trying new things. Even if it doesn't work out, rework it. Try it a different way. Bring in a different component, but don't just give up. Don't think you're a failure, because you may have failed creations, but you're not a failure.
That's right. And you know what? They can always be created into another situation that is something different. That's what I love about it, is that if you make something, it can evolve, It can absolutely evolve. You have your painting down the line. She's saying, can you paint my baby in there? Well, you can paint a baby in there, whatever, and it becomes some new inspiration. Diana, I see a YouTube channel in your future, girl. I would pay to watch that. I would watch that. You going, I just right now was thinking, like, I would have loved to have been there watching her going through the senior center, meeting all these sweet little people, and them looking and being inspired by the art. Oh, Diana, you have to do this. Maybe not this year, but keep that in the back of your mind. I would watch it. Woo! How wonderful. Oh,
and kind of to add a tidbit, my husband recently bought me a Canon Rebel T7 camera. And so as I'm meeting all these high schoolers and everything, I was photographing them. And I was photographing them with their art. And so now I've kind of moved, because you know me, I've got to do it all, moved into photography a bit more, because I want to be able to take pictures of, I live in what I call God's country. Krugle, Oregon, my backyard, I have the Three Sisters. Now, if you know anything about Oregon, the Three Sisters are the most beautiful three mountains with snow caps all year round. We in Oregon, lush green, beautiful waterfalls, creeks. Cows walk down your road sometimes. People go through drive-through on their horses. I live in the
Portland, everybody. Oregon is not just Portland. Trust us.
And so I want to start taking pictures and then creating art with those pictures, so that it is, 100% things that I've seen, up close that people haven't, and then do that. So I'm moving a little into photography to add that in as well, which works great, even if you're creating jewelry. Yeah, you photograph your own jewelry, all that, because the better it looks online, the easier it is to catch someone's eye. And online is a fickle mistress, because you can't feel it, you can't smell it, you can't taste it, So you've got to make sure that, people get it. They fall in love with it just with a picture. And that's hard to do.
Hard, but you don't ever underestimate the photography. And I think that's something that we were always striving for in the beginning at the bin. We were trying to encourage people, look, you have gorgeous stuff, but honey, we can't see it.
Too dark or distracting background. I know you love that tie-dye shirt, but if you can't see the necklace on that tie-dye shirt and you're not selling the tie-dye shirt, so it's, and you can look at Kelly, you can look at a lot of the other artists and kind of see how they do their picture. Light boxes are great. Some people, I have a light box. Tammy Nicholson, many people know and love her. She loves the morning sun. She loves the natural sun. So she'll wait until it's perfect light, go out early in the morning, just so you guys know her dedication, to grab those perfect pictures of her jewelry so that you get them in that natural light. So it's, if something doesn't work, change it, play with it, and lighting, very important. Pictures. Yes. So, and if you saw the pictures I started out with to the pictures I take now, I mean, that iridescent holographic, sheet you put under it may look lovely, but I guarantee your camera will not focus with that on there. So you learn.
Live. If you're doing a live, don't do the big.
Yeah. So I mean,
like focusing in and out, and we're just like, whoa, I'm dizzy. I know. That was me, folks.
Yeah, and you learn. These are things that you don't know when you first start out. So if you see someone, ask them maybe what how do you photograph your stuff? What advice do you have? And you don't have to do what they do, 100%, but maybe they know something you don't,
or,
and
you can Google it, Facebook search. There's all kinds of pro tips out there for photography. So don't just take our word for it. You can go check it out. And even sometimes one little tip will be a game changer for you. So if you feel like that your photos are too dark or you just need help with the props, Diane is absolutely right. As much as we pay attention to our creations, our art, we cannot forget to figure out how to present it in a beautiful light so others can see your vision. Otherwise, it's just like a dark cloud, and there's, that's why I'm like, I don't know how to gently tell them that their picture is crap.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it. I don't know. I was told I was mean recently, and I was like, that's kind of true. I guess I am. I don't know. It's just, I think being a mother and being in the position where I've been, where there's no time to look left or right, we just got to go forward. So now that I've had this opportunity to be able to just stop, like I don't think I've lived anywhere more than 18 months of my life before I moved in with Martin. That's my life. That's how it was, right? So being here and being able to discover all of this and take the time and to grow with these, I think sometimes I may still operate where I just don't have time for BS because life was going too fast. And so I'm learning to be a kinder, gentler relator and communicator, because you just want everybody to be okay. You want everybody to have a full belly at night. You want everybody to have a warm blanket to sleep under at night, whatever it is. So believe me, take time, love your creations just like you were loving them when you were creating. After they're created, love on them and give them the attention they need. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to help you to be able to have the expression of your art and your soul, your spirit, the way that you intended. And there's lots of help out there for it. So it's not somebody trying to down you. We're trying to lift you up and get you out there. You can have the joy that we have.
Exactly. I mean, don't ask for my unfiltered opinion if you don't want my unfiltered opinion. And I've gotten it from people too. I mean, I've had a lady looking at my booth and her mom is like, "What's all this?" She's like, "Crafter's crap." And I'm like, Thank you. Have a nice day. So I've gotten it too. I mean, people have been, as many people love my stuff, there's going to be people who don't like my stuff. And, that's okay. My art, the whole thing about art, whether it's creating earrings or creating necklaces or painting, a portrait, is it's not going to speak to everyone. There's some people that look at it and you always get the, I can make that myself. Have fun with it, darling.
Exactly.
Let me know how it turns out.
Baby, go for it. I encourage it.
I'll give you my page. You can buy the components right there, But you're gonna get those people, but then you're gonna have like those moments, I've had too, where someone walks up and it's like, hummingbird, is my soul animal. I have to have that necklace. And they're going to take it and they're going to cherish it. And you know what? I'd rather someone purchase it who's going to cherish it than someone who's going to throw it in a drawer anyways.
Amen, sister. And folks, I appreciate this BEAD Talk because you are getting all facets. You're getting all, we're coming from every direction and we know that. But just know that everything that we want to share with you is just out of a heart of wanting to encourage and inspire. But do take everything that we're saying with a grain because it's true. And when you hit those little, and I won't even say bumps, I'll just say experiences on our journey because they're different for everybody. Don't give up, no matter what. If someone's praising, don't give up. If someone's criticizing, and they will freely, don't give up. Because there's going to be somebody out there that's going to resonate, and that's what you want to bring. That little bit of sunshine into your life makes all the difference in the world. Oh, Diana, I am so grateful. I don't think I could have had this talk with anybody else. You know what I mean? Because you and I really believe it. We completely relate on the part where our soul and heart is here to help and to love and learn and teach. But guess what? We're not playing around. It takes dedication, heart, and soul to do it. So I'm so grateful that we were able to bring all these points up. It's like every BEAD Talk is different. Everything is so relevant, to whoever's listening. It's just like BEAD Talk. You're going to get something different out of every one of them, folks. Go binge watch on YouTube, like and subscribe. My husband and my kids are always telling me, you didn't say like and subscribe. I'm like, I got to say like it. I was like, it's too much for me to remember. I'm like, I'm getting old. Can you just, I don't know. I want somebody to run in and say it and run out. And I'm like, okay, we're done. Oh, gosh. So this is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be doing more of your art. Yeah. You're going to be doing, so do you have more therapy sessions for like art therapy coming up? Are you going to continue with that?
So currently, we took a pause because they're getting together. They have also do a horse at the ranch. And so right now they're doing a lot of that where people go out and have therapy with horses, because those who know horses know that horses are actually the animal that are empaths. And so because they're empaths, that's why they have such a connection with people who have emotions and trauma. And so they're kind of moving into that a little bit. But part of Dry Canyon Art Association is we have a behind-the-scene private investor who is looking to purchase us a gallery, a 10,000 square foot gallery. If it comes through, then I have the opportunity to be teaching classes there as well as helping them out with the gallery. So I will still be moving forward. I want people to find the joy that I find. And find ways to take that pain and make it into something beautiful, because my life is, if you learn anything from my life, just know I have taken everything hurtful, painful, and everything that has happened to me, and I have made it blown up with light and beauty. And, because darkness doesn't have to stay darkness. You can sit there for a while, but when you do, I'll bring my light and we'll sit together for a while so you have your light and you can find your way out. But life is beautiful. It is beautiful, and there is so much, whether it's, bead stones, whether it's the people in your life. And I am just going to keep looking for the beauty because I don't know how not to.
Oh, Diana, I just want to say thank you for being there. Thank you for helping us to find the beauty. Thank you for all you do for your community. Thank you for having the strength and the fortitude to take what happened and what went on in your past, turning it around and absolutely blossoming into this gorgeous, gorgeous. It's so much. It's so much, and it's just so beautiful. And I'm just so grateful. Thank you for sharing your journey with us. Thank you for encouraging people. Thank you for being an inspiration. Thank you for being here on BEAD Talk.
And back at you. I am so grateful for you. I've met some of the most beautiful people on my journey. I mean, and many of you and many of the people that I've met, I've only met online, but I've also been fortunate. I've met from Girly, I've been able to meet Kimberly. She lived over here in my stomping grounds for a while. Nina Kittleson, she lives 10 minutes from me. Tracy from Tracy's D-Stash, Tracy Sanders, she just bought a property in Christmas Valley, so she's going to be within an hour of me. Oh, Kelly drove through my stomping grounds. I mean, I have been able to meet, so many people of my customers, and then there's those that I've sat and had hour-long late night conversations because they needed someone just to hear them, and I've never met them in person, but doesn't mean that they don't have a place in my heart, just like everyone that lives close by or that I've met. I love all my customers. I love all the other sellers I've met. Everyone brings a unique piece to our sisterhood. Everyone adds.
I 1,000% agree, 100%. It's been wonderful. Oh, Diana. Okay, so we have Fused with Color and Unity Creation.
And of course, I just have to tag again. So Fused in Colors and Unity Creations.
Yes. This is Miss Diana Krugle with the most fascinating and wonderful, inspiring story and journey. And it's been so wonderful to have you on today, Diana. Thank you for sharing with us.
Oh, and I thank you, and I love you from the bottom of my heart,
I was just saying, I love you to death. I'm so grateful to, I'm just so grateful. I really am. I'm grateful for all of it. It just means so much because it's like, we have these recipes and everyone is adding this little delicious spice, delicious salt to our life, and it's just so good. And I'm so grateful that we're at the time of our lives where we can come in and have this good. We've needed it so long, and it's so wonderful.
It's taken a while. It's taken a while to get here, but what I tell people is I don't regret anything that I've had to live through, because I wouldn't be able to see the beauty in this world if I hadn't seen the darkness first.
No truer words. No truer words. It's true. It's so true. Okay, well, love, thank you for joining us. And tell us, will you come back again sometime and visit us?
Oh, of course. I stay at home. I have an online business. I have nothing better to do, right?
We're just here. There's hardly anything going on.
But anytime.
All right. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead. I don't have a person helping me today right now, so I'm going to come in here and just say thank you. We appreciate you. We love you so much. And everyone, link will be in the description so you can go visit Diana for yourself. Mwah. Thank you, darling.
Thank you.
Cancel. Sorry, I did that wrong. Okay, I think that's it. I think we were able to get that right. Sorry about that. I'm using one of those 1970s chairs where it's a knee chair. You sit your back on the back and then your knees curl underneath, and there's a little stool there built into it. I don't know if that's going to help my posture, but I'm going to try real hard. Wow, wasn't that amazing, you guys? Oh, that was a wonderful bead talk. Thank you all for tuning in and joining us. Again, when we're on YouTube, if you check us out over there, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out all the other bead talks. Just as lovely. You're going to love it. If you have anybody that you want to see on Bead Talk, message me. Message me and we'll try to get them on. You guys, don't miss tomorrow my live show at my profile page. Check out Inspiration Bead Retreats. And again, we'll see you next Saturday for another episode of Bead Talk. Mwah. Thank you guys. Have a good night or afternoon. Bye-bye.